us what you're thinking when Casper's go to the hoop and he misses that shot. Can you talk us through what it feels like in the dying seconds of a game like that?
I mean, it felt like flashbacks when we played Sydney at home. Obviously, that game came down to the last stretch as well. You know, it's a freak play, I guess. You know, Casper will probably never miss a shot like that the rest of the season, but fortunately he did for us, so I was very pleased with it and glad we got the rebound.
When you consider the last couple of weeks, I guess the feeling of getting this win, or what was the mood like amongst the group post-match?
I mean, it was a great feeling, you know, to finally get a win and obviously to get it against a team like Melbourne. I think that was great momentum for us, and it's, 6 or 7 games left now, so hopefully we can continue to carry off that momentum now.
Had the weight been sitting on the shoulders with the losses as I'm mounting up? Was the pressure building just within your own minds?
I mean, we knew that it was our backs were getting against the wall, and you know we weren't playing our best basketball. But like I said, we knew at that point we had 8 to 9 games left in the season at that point, so it was still more than enough time to fix all the lapses that we had this last month.
So what's the goal now? Now that you're back, you've got that win. What do you think you can do from here for the rest of the remainder of the regular season?
I mean, still, you have to keep a short memory. Obviously, we're very pleased with the win that we had, but now that's got to be out of our mind and focus on Adelaide and just one game at a time. You know, we can't get too ahead of ourselves, because if we don't take care of the first game, then the next ones won't matter.
Does it feel like every game's a mini-final at the moment with the way that the teams you're playing are around you on the ladder, and it can affect whether you make it, whether you finish high up, whether you're lower part of the top 4?
Definitely. I mean, it's 6 or 7 regular season games left, but it's playoff time, and I think it's playoff time for maybe 3 or 4 teams. You know, it's just seeing how close the records are. You know, one or 2 games apart. Every game's going to matter. So as far as I'm concerned, playoffs are started, and I'm pretty sure other teams feel the same way.
Is it exciting to have that scenario already?
Yeah, you get a sneak peek of what you're competing for, and hopefully you'll be a part of in March.
Did you feel like there were big changes this game over Melbourne? Sorry, not big changes, but did you feel like there was a better chemistry amongst the group? And what did you notice, I guess, that you felt was a better performance?
I'd say the intensity. Usually we play well in spurts, like maybe 1 or 2 quarters, but I think last game we played pretty well all the quarters, but our energy was there. And even with Melbourne, we're going great runs. We did a great job staying poised and kind of matching their runs as well, whereas before, when teams would get on a big run, we'd kind of just fold. So I think that was the biggest difference for us last night.
What's it like for you personally when the side is having a lower period? Do you put more pressure on yourself? Do you feel like you have to change anything, or is it about just sticking to the process and that kind of thing? Yeah,
just sticking to the process, because obviously we came out really hot in the beginning of the season, and the same team, same style of play. So when we do hit low points, you don't want to mix up too much, because that's the same stuff that got you here. And fortunately, we found our way. It took us a little bit longer than we would have liked, but I think we're coming back around now.
How's the health going? How are the legs in general?
I mean, it's fine. Like I said, when it's crunch time like this, you're not really worried about how you feel, and I don't think anybody is 100% at this point in the season. The game is so physical, but as long as you're healthy enough to play, that's the best part about it.
You spend a lot of time on the court all the time, obviously. There's been criticism that you're on the court all the time and that you're being worn out. Are you the sort of player who just prefers to be constantly on there and not getting much rest? Do you feel like that helps you get into the game and stay in rhythm?
I mean, since I've been here at Perth, this is pretty much the way I've played. This is the way they use me, so I don't feel that this is anything different. And I'd like to think I do a pretty good job keeping myself in shape. So if that's what's needed of me, I want to make sure my body can handle that pounding, and I feel it can.
The starting 5 has been the vast majority of the game on. The other night, Tom Jervis didn't get on at all. A couple of other blokes only got on for a couple of minutes. Do you feel that the chemistry you guys have got and remaining on helps you to work through issues if they start happening and make the most of run-ons once you get on top?
I mean, yeah, definitely. Chemistry is going to be a big thing. Obviously, it helps you play well, but I think the biggest thing for us is knowing how to weather the storm when other teams go on a 9-10-0 run or something like that, because that's what's going to happen. As you saw, we got out to a great start versus Melbourne. I think we were up 16, and they clawed their ways right back in it. And I think we did a good job calling a timeout, everybody calming down, and just kind of reminding ourselves that that's what we had been doing in some of the games we had lost. We'd be up 13 or 15 points, and maybe around third quarter, we'd have a big mental breakdown, and the teams would get back into the game. So that was a big focal point for us, to make sure that third quarter we kept the same intensity we had the first half.
Did you do anything at halftime to fix that third quarter issue?
No, I mean, we just kind of reminded each other that the third quarter had been our kryptonite during this slump, and we wanted to make sure that, if you're going to lose the game, you don't want to lose for the same reason. And lack of effort is no excuse for why you should lose the game. You'd rather lose if you're going to, because the team just outplayed you.
Talk about stopping runs and things like that, Bryce. How important is that against a team like Adelaide? Last week we saw that game. They seem to be able to get on those runs, and they're like a momentum team. How important is, I guess, composure, what you're describing there, against a team like that?
Yeah, you definitely got to stay poised with them. They play so fast-paced. Even if you score a basket, it's still almost a transition break for them. So, you just got to do a good job understanding what their strengths are and their weaknesses, and make sure you don't play into their game, because they want to speed you up, and I think they're probably the best team at that as far as just their change of pace. But as long as we stick to our game, I think we should be fine.
What do you make of the gear?
Oh, I love it. And from what I hear, Western Australia is known for their sunsets and things like that. So I think it's cool how they kind of sprinkled that in there.
Did you guys have any say? Or you talk? I doubt you would, but no, there was no impact from the group.
No, I didn't have any say, but I don't have any complaints at all. I definitely like it. I might have to get me a couple for family back home.
Is it nice and is it refreshing, I suppose, to have these sorts of rounds? You had the pink round earlier in the year. You had some heritage in the past as well. To get these sorts of things, is it refreshing for players to wear something different, look different, feel different?
I mean, yeah, it's cool. I don't think it really matters about looking different, but it is cool to put on some different jerseys to see, the league spice it up every now and again. I think it's pretty cool, and I'm pleased with our jerseys for sure.
We'll console you next time, Bryce. Get you involved, yeah.
Just a couple of cutaways, just